This is it. This is the last one. This Amazon package looks like any other box, but this one hits different because right before this package was delivered to my doorstep, I went on to my Amazon Prime membership and I hit the pause button for good this time. This is the line in the sand. This is the full stop because I need a change. I need a reset. This little brown box is the end of an era for me. Okay, I know this sounds a little dramatic, but this is not about a subscription. This is not about one thing. This is about my ties to consumer culture, to convenience culture. And honestly, it's drained my bank account. And if I'm being honest, part of my peace of mind. Okay, here is the crazy part. I make more as a teacher than I ever have in my entire life. In fact, I used to work 2 consumer jobs just to clear roughly $30,000 a year. And that's actually not being conservative. And most of that time, I was in fact living well below the poverty. But yet somehow I felt more control over my finances than I do right now. Now, I feel like a statistic. A recent NEA report highlighted that even when a teacher's salary goes up, they don't even keep up with inflation. In fact, when you adjust for inflation, teachers are making about 5% less than they did a decade ago. It's a weird reality where your paycheck gets bigger, but your actual buying power shrinks. That gap is exactly where lifestyle inflation and the convenience trap thrive. The one-click buys, the takeout, the endless subscriptions. They all feel like small, easy fixes for a stressful day, but they add up, and suddenly you're working harder than you ever have before with nothing to show for it. That financial stress is real, and it hits hard. A 2024 poll shows that 61% of teachers are stressed about their finances. And I am definitely one of them. And so I'm doing something about it. Good news, I've actually done this before. A few years ago, I got serious and wiped out all of my consumer debt and even paid cash for a gently used car. I built up a nice little runway of savings. I know what clarity feels like, and I desperately need to get back to it. This is my financial reset version 2.0, and it all starts with pausing my Amazon Prime membership. This is the first and most tangible step I can take away from the culture of I want it now that just erodes at our patience and our long-term goals. So the plan is to start a low buy period. Think of it as the cousin of the more intense no spend challenge. You're not cutting out everything, just the unnecessary stuff. The goal is not deprivation, but it is to be more intentional. It's about asking, do I really need this? Or do I just want this? It's also about using what I already have, being a little creative, being less impulsive. It's trading mindless consumption for mindful living. This isn't just about saving money. It's about rewiring my brain to find solutions that don't involve clicking add to cart. Pausing Prime is just the first domino. The real work is looking at the entire picture. It's about tackling the high interest debt that all convenience helped create. It's about finally building a proper emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of living expenses, so that a surprise car repair doesn't send me into a panic. And this means creating a budget and actually tracking my spending. This isn't about restriction. This is about freedom. It's about my relationships, my health. I'm hoping that consuming less will free up some mental space and will lead to a more peaceful, decluttered life. I want to share this because I know I'm not the only teacher or person who feels this way. It's such a strange feeling to have a stable professional job and still feel so financially fragile. So if any of this sounds familiar, I want to invite you in joining me in taking one small step. You don't have to start by canceling your biggest subscription today. Just start by figuring out your why. What's your goal? Is it saving for something specific or just cutting back on consumption? Then find one thing, find one reoccurring charge that doesn't bring you any value. And hit pause. Maybe it's a streaming service you don't use, or a subscription box, or maybe it's a meal kit you don't use. So let me know in the comments what you're gonna pause. We can share our progress and keep each other going. This last Amazon package really isn't an ending. It's a beginning. It's the start of me being more intentional with my time, with my energy, and with my money. It's about choosing long-term peace over short-term convenience. The journey to financial clarity is definitely a process, but I'm ready to start. I am excited to reclaim my finances, and more importantly, to reclaim a part of myself. So thank you for joining me on this journey. This channel is all about resetting. It's about showing up 1% better each day. So if you want to continue to learn more about my process and about my low spend period, continue to follow my journey. I'm posting regularly about my financial reset, about my mental reset, and about helping others on their journey. So if you're trying to be just a little bit better, continue to follow me for more.